I warned about this last year and it came full circle. Growing anxiety among fishermen in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and this is following a series of lethal military actions at sea. And the United States Southern Command has confirmed executing what they call a deadly strike against a vessel linked to terrorist organization. They haven't provided anything. And narcotics trafficking on February 13th, and the American officials have acknowledged three fatalities in one engagement. But there was a second mysterious explosion involving a St. Lucian boat that has left two people missing and sparked community concerns. These incidents, are part of this ongoing anti-drug operation. Started in, to get rid of Maduro, and it continues. And I warned that it would continue, and that fishermen would face great peril in this region. People laughed and they said I should stop. So here we have kinetic activity in SVG maritime zone. Nobody has reported anything to the media. And I'm talking about the government. This is something that happened in our waters, a lethal strike. Now, what is the critical intelligence gap here? Official versus observed. Well, the US Southcom reported the event was a single confirmed lethal kinetic strike. Location northeast of Kanawan. Target designated terrorist organization. The outcome was three hostilities neutralized, zero US casualties. Local witnesses said the event were two distinct explosive events reported. Location northeast of Oya, 40 miles north of the strike. You understand what I'm saying here? They're talking about northeast of Kanawan. The witnesses is saying northeast of Oya, 40 miles north of the strike. The target was a small St. Lucian vessel civilian profile, and the outcome wreckage confirmed two persons are still missing. You understand what I'm saying here? So while US forces confirm a successful interdiction, physical evidence suggests a second unreported lethal event involving potential civilian actors. I told you all it would come to this, but of course, nobody believed me at the time. What are we talking about? Well, this is an analysis of the kinetic events of February 13th, 2026. Marker A is the official strike according to the US Southern Command confirmed zone. That's just off there, Canawan, the Grenadines. And if you look at where the boundaries are of the water, persons would tell you that, look, this is in St. Vincent's territorial water. And I brought the second marker, which is Oya, which is unreported explosion in the wreckage field. That's an anomaly. And I placed Oya name over here and singled piece out so that you can see what I'm talking about. Oya is actually to the north, up here in St. Vincent, where you see me with the marker right there. Canawan is down here. This is official from what the US command is saying. This is where they had a second lethal strike. You understand what I'm saying to you? All right, I'm finished with that right there. Because what we get from people sometimes. Now, the operation, of course, is Operation Spear, the official record. Joint Task Force Southern Spear conducted a lethal kinetic strike on a vessel operated by designated terrorist organization. That's what they say, right? And all of this information came on Friday the 13th. That's a demonic day. The narco trafficking assets, that's what they said. They said they had a confirmed transit zone where people always move up and down. So, three people were killed. That's what the US is saying. Now, target acquired right here. Not. Do you understand what's happening here? This should be St. Vincent, guys. And this is St. Lucia up here. But this is where the target occurred. This can't be international waters. You understand what I'm saying to you? Somebody, the St. Lucia government and the St. Vincent government, need to get on this and ask questions. Did the US kinetic strike kill civilian people who were doing normal fishing? This needs to be taken up. What we have in the region now is a bunch of, I don't know, I don't know even what to call them. I don't even know if this will get anywhere. But the vessel forensic recovered debris. The origin of St. Lucia registration, of course, is pending. The propulsion is a twin 115 horsepower Yamaha outboard engine. That sounds like a jog running boat to you? Hmm? The occupants are two persons are missing and presumed dead. What is the evidence that we have? Local reports confirm wreckage and body parts found floating in the channel between St. Lucia and St. Vincent. That is not international waters, my friend. And there's video footage circulating on encrypted channels like WhatsApp, collaborates debris and field consistent with high explosive impact. And of course, you saw the video earlier when I was speaking. But we gonna learn. So again, we come back to this thing with the U.S. Southern Command, the designated terrorist org. That's what they said. 3 confirmed kills, successful thing. Well, of course, on the other end in Oya incident, that is the incident that they reported off Canawan. I don't know who they killed off Canawan. They said they killed 3 people. If those are local people again, then St. Vincent has to do something about that. And then you have this one off Oya, which is off St. Vincent again. Local fishermen and a local organization reported this, right? St. Lucian small craft, 200 Yamaha, two Yamaha, 115 horsepower, 2 missing civilians, investigation open. Of course, the wreckage discovered north of Oya explicitly indicates a St. Lucian vessel, diverging significantly from the terrorist organization profile of the Canawan strikes. That's 2 strikes in St. Vincent waters. Again, there's assessment and outstanding questions taking place here. There's a U.S. position, there's a local reality. There's some strategic ambiguities here. Was the St. Lucia vessel collateral damage from the primary strike or separate engagement? Was the second vessel misidentified target engaging error? Is there a disconnect between Southcom reporting and operational realities on the ground? The final takeaway here, people, is the Caribbean is now an active kinetic theater. It's all. It's been there since Trinidad gave way to the US. The gap between clean water reporting and local fog of war, it presents a significant diplomatic and stability risk. Caribbean governments need, St. Vincent, St. Lucia government needs to ask questions and answers to the public. They need to do that. Without that, they're sitting ducks, waste time people. But I expected all of this to take place. We have some weak leaders in the region. I'll see you again next time, guys.